Hey guys, how's it hanging? It is Eric here, and a trailer for the iCarly revival has just been released a few hours ago. You guys have been telling me that you guys wanted to see some iCarly videos on the channel, so here we are with this brand new trailer analysis. So let's dive in and see what this is all about. So, already at this opening sequence, we have flash fades from a few seconds from scenes from the initial series. This is a sweet little sentiment bringing back tons of nostalgia for me at least. Anyway, during the ending of this flashback sequence, we see the very ending of iCarly, where Carly is closing her laptop while the plane is getting ready for liftoff. But to the right, we have a graphic saying 2012, which evidently is where the series had its end, or what Carly called it, a break. Now, this graphic will then shift its gears to display 2021. This then brings us to our first look at a new scene. Here we fade into Freddie doing one of his signature things, if you remember that being him saying 5, 4, 3, 2, and not saying the 1. Now, if you look at the scene closely, I found it interesting that Freddie is broadcasting iCarly with a phone, and they still appear to have the classic Pear product that Dan Schneider's shows used to parody the Apple products. So this is indeed quite awesome. But either way, this scene tells me that Freddie is lacking his technical equipment, and possibly they're starting from scratch, at least on a technical point. You know, humble beginnings and whatnot. I'm also curious about the iCarly website. What was its state since 2012? Was Spencer still funding its existence? Did it still remain its classic look from the initial series, and will be updated to look more modern now? So yeah, there are a few questions that I have regarding the iCarly website. But anyway, we now move on to our first look at Carly in this trailer. And if you look closely to the screen, you'd notice that we see the title of their broadcast being iCarly livestream. And if we look over to the right side, we can also see a live viewer count, hearts and comments, and for some reason, a heart floating upwards. We then move on to a screen saying June 17, therefore further confirming the release date for this revival will strike Paramount Plus. We then have a scene comprising of our first look at Spencer in this trailer. He's telling Carly that him and Freddie are willing to help her out in any way they can, where quickly after, Carly whips over a sheet with a baby's crib underneath. Now, this is obviously in reference to a skit on the iCarly show, Baby Spencer, and after Spencer sees this baby's crib, he says, "Damn it!" This confirms that the iCarly revival will be a teen/adult targeted series with likely adult situations and words. We then see the text, "The show you grew up with," quickly cutting to a continuation of the previous scene of Baby Spencer. At this moment, there are 536 plus current viewers, moving up to 1,643 plus current viewers. We now see two new characters of whom I am unaware of their names. However, I'm assuming that this older character is the replacement of Sam, which to me is unfortunate in my opinion, but as usual, perhaps she's not? I'm not sure how the iCarly broadcast will work in the revival, but personally I'd prefer Carly, Freddie, and Spencer being the main cast members while streaming their web show. But still, some random appearances from these characters on the web show wouldn't hurt, but I highly doubt my prediction will be the case. We then move on to some text saying, "Is all grown up." So we have, "The show you grew up with is all grown up now." We then cut to a scene of a new character, cutting to her and Carly posing at a red carpet type thing, I'm assuming. And this event is called Seattle Fashion Fest. So this is telling us that the setting of the revival will still remain in Seattle, just like the initial series. Moving on through some other scenes, we have Spencer describing a bunch of hot related snacks, listing of hot wings, hot Cheetos, hot pretzels, and hot beers. From this scene, we can assume that Spencer began drinking sometime between 2012 and now. We then find another scene comprising of our first look at Mrs. Benson, aka Freddie's mother in this trailer, and as we can see, she hasn't changed a bit. I can't tell if this is a good or bad thing for Freddie. We now flip through another bunch of scenes, and one that caught my interest was this one, where I believe Carly may be celebrating the return of her web show, perhaps something similar to the first episode of the initial series, iPilot, ending with a party. Another scene that caught my interest was this one with the new character holding up a custom-made Carly tie-dye shirt while saying, "Ba-bam." The next scene appears to possess Neville Papperman, who is confirmed now as a returning character, cutting to a scene with the entire new iCarly gang, cutting to a scene where this new character wanting to help Carly get a boyfriend, which I'll call Mr. Gargles. And finally, ending off this trailer, we have a good look at the revival's logo. Now, this one is actually slightly different than the original having the purple backplate as a diagonal rectangular piece, along with the original having the eye colored yellow, turning it white in the modern rendition, but still maintains the yellow as the three-dimensional perspective. And same goes with the Carly, the original as blue, but now white in the modern rendition, and still maintaining the original blue as the three-dimensional perspective. So yeah, that was my analysis on the latest trailer concerning the iCarly revival. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like on the video. That would really help a lot. And hey, if you are new, why not go check out past videos that I've done on this channel? That would be very much appreciated. As usual, there will be playlists linked in the description below to help you get started. Hours upon hours of a variety of entertainment. And otherwise, I'll hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh.
A sexy alien.